make it home. The most I did that. You ever see a baby born and a baby born and just die? And you don't even know what he caused? It's the most I did that. But bring your scripture.
This is Job. This is Job chapter 1, verse 6. No, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Most High. And Satan came also among them. Satan is also one of the sons of God, right?
Satan is one of the angels. Wait. When you look up the when you look up the word, when you look up the word Satan, it go back to adversary, right? And when you look up the word devil, it go back to intelligent and deceiver, right? So finish there.
Right, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Most High. And Satan came also among them. Right? This is Zechariah chapter 3 verse 1.
Beautiful scripture.
And he showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of the Lord.
This is Joshua, right?
Standing before the...
You know Joshua was the successor of Moses.
Right?
Continue up.
And Satan standing at his right hand.
And Satan standing where?
At his right hand.
At his right hand.
To resist him.
To resist him, right? And it's the Most High, all the angel, everything, even to this little boy that walking in the baby, the oldest man upon the face of the earth, is the Most High who instructs us what to do. When somebody get in Job, Job 32, and I think it's 10 now. Bring it out. It's the Most High instruct us, brother.
I guess so for you.
Right, go ahead, bring it out.
This is Psalms 109 verse 6.
You're going to do the right. Alright, yeah, go ahead, bring that nice scripture. Go ahead.
Psalms 109 verse 6. Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand.
Right hand. You understand? So this is David praying and say, let my adversary put Satan up on their right hand. So everything that they do, it seems right.
Right, wicked. Right, now hear this. This is Numbers chapter 22, verse 20.
Scripture.
And the Most High came to Balaam at night and said unto him, if the men come to call thee, rise up and go with them. But yet the word which I shall say unto thee, that shalt thou do. And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his ass, and he went with the princes of Moab. And the Most High's anger was kindled because he went. And the angel of the Most High stood in the way for an adversary.
Hold up. Now, why this happened? This happened because the other man named Malak wanted to curse the children of Israel.
Balaam and Balak.
Balak wanted them to curse the children for Balaam to curse the children of Israel.
One was Balaam was a Midianite, which was a Hamite, a son of Ham, right? And Balak was a Moabite, which was a son of Chinese. To the table of nations. All right. These are every nation on the planet have a biblical name. And the so-called white man, as they conquer them, they give them over, rename them.
English language is a devil language.
That's right. A devil language. So what you actually said, if I translate it for you, the English language is a language of deception. The word devil means deceiver. Right?
Because what she asked, I was going over this over the week, right? Because when you check it, the English language is read from left to right, right? And the Hebrew read from right to left. Right?
Does the Bible say anything about Lucifer is God on earth?
The so-called Moabite language, Ammonite language is read that way too. Right? So it's witchcraft.
Yeah, there's a show that members on the left control the spirit. Right? And that read from left to right. And the Hebrew read from right to left.
Yeah, bring it out still.
Right, so it says, verse 22, Numbers 22 and 22. And the Most High anger was kindled because he went, and the angel of the Lord stood in the way for an adversary against him.
Adversary? Was that Satan? But was an adversary for Balaam? Because what he did, he disobeyed the Most High. He tell he don't go. The Most High anger kindled against him. You understand? So, what's more? The Most High control the left and the right. All the angels, everything the Most High created. Nothing could happen without the Most High say to do.
God, I get place up for you.
Right? You finish that?
Yeah.
Where that?
This is Psalm 78 and 78 and 48 to 49. He gave up their cattle also to the hail and the flax, the hot thunderbolt. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them.
Evil angel. You understand?
God.
Even if you tell a lie, that was ordained by the Most High. And to back up, I think it's in 2 Kings 22 and 22. When they were around the throne. You understand? And one of the angels stepped forward and said, listen, I will go and I will persuade him with a lie.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right, so this is going back to telling them that even if a baby dies, that is ordained by the Most High. Right, so this is 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 6. The Most High kill it and make it alive. He bring it down to the grave and he bring it up. The Lord make it poor, the Lord make it rich. He raised up the poor out of the dust and he lifted up the beggar from the dunghill to set him among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. Right? For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he set the world upon them. Right? And a good example of that was who? Was Job. Because the Most High, he took everything from Job. Through who? Through Satan. Because if you go back to that Job 1 verse 6 go on down. Right? There was a challenge between the Most High and Satan. Satan came to him, right?
No, it was a challenge.
Well, it was like a bet.
It was, yeah,
like a bet.
He was proving it.
Yeah. It was like, hey, I bet you if it touched Job,
still a faithful man.
He will let you go. You know?
He would not denounce the Most High.
He would denounce you, right? That was it. I bet you if you touch him.
Yeah.
And the Most High said touch him, but don't take his life. Touch everything, but don't take his life. You understand?
But that's something.
Why?
Because there is Job going through tribulation, you know. Because Job at that time, Job had everything. So the Satan, the adversary, right? He was trying to
I was thinking Lonnie and I would get to spend Christmas together.
Job to curse the Most High, right? Because there is what brothers in this truth actually is up against. The devil, Satan, that's why it say we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? But against principalities and spirit, forces in high places, right? So Job, through Job affliction, Job was made more purified, right? By what Satan do everything. He was fine everywhere.
I want to ask something before.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Bible talk about, I know which part, talk about Lucifer is God of this world or prince of this world. Alright, that's what I say, right? In John chapter 17 talk about, this is Jesus saying that, not God.
You said your grandmother.
Jesus say, O righteous Father, the world has not known you, but I have known you.
I would love to meet you.
He didn't say righteous God, he said, O righteous Father. And the name you have given me to give them, well, I don't give them the name already. No, they never put that name. This is Jesus saying it. He didn't say God, he said, O righteous Father. And it also says that Lucifer is God on earth. Which one of them devils and them? Which one of them God and them is the devil?
Give me understand what's this.
Which one of them gods are them?
John chapter 17, start at 5. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. Right? So what that scripture is actually speaking about is what you're seeing going on here. Because we have the name of the Father and his name of the Son. His name is not God and Jesus. The Father's name is Yahweh, and the Son's name was Yahweh Shai. The Father's name was Yahweh, and the Son's name was Yahweh Shai. We preach the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. We preach the 12 tribes according to the blessings and curses that was given in Deuteronomy.
We're ready to get the next scripture.
According to the blessings and curses that was given in Deuteronomy 28. Everybody on this side, the Native Americans, who we call what? Reuben, the Seminole Indians, and the the North American Indians, Reuben and Gad. They used to chant at something, they watch cowboy in their movies. Every time they used to go to fight the cowboy, they used to call on the heavenly power. And they used to call on the name. Yahweh, Yahweh. That's what they used to chant around the fire. Right?
Oh yeah.
That's the pronunciation. What the world know and the Jehovah Witnesses have in the back of the Bible, the Tetragrammaton. Tetra meaning four, grammaton, go back to grammar. Right? YHWH. That came from the Hebrew. Right? The Hebrew spelling of the Most High's name. And they give me the pronunciation. Now that's what I was telling you earlier before. The Moabite stone, the Las Lunas stones, and other different artifacts, including the Noah's Ark, the Anchor stone. All had the 10 Commandments and the Most High's name. And they had the pronunciation in the natives who we call Caribs and Arawaks down here. They spoke Hebrew. Christopher Columbus, when he was pumping on that ship, he had a Hebrew translator and a Catholic priest to convert. But he had a Hebrew translator and also the Bible with the Apocrypha. Because he knew that the people that he's going to meet, he knew that he's going to meet people where he went, because he didn't discover shit. To discover means to find first. They always had people there. He knew that those people was going to be speaking what? Hebrew. Reason being that when so-called Christ walked the earth, in Israel or Jerusalem, they had 3 tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. But going back in history, under King Solomon, the 10 tribes, I think was the King, Rehoboam and Jeroboam, sorry. The 10 tribes had already left. And they were scattered abroad, and that goes back to the prophecy Jacob gave to his sons on his deathbed in Genesis chapter 49.
Where would they go, God?
Where would they go?
What would happen?
So that devil, Christopher Cologne, but that was his name, Cobado, whatever, Christopher Columbus, he knew that he was going to meet Hebrews. He knew he was going to meet the 10 so-called lost tribes. They wasn't lost, they was just scattered abroad. That's why when so-called Christ said, what? He said, other sheep I have on this fold. When he was risen, right? And they asked where he going to go, who he going to speak to the Gentiles. It was the others that were scattered abroad. Bring a scripture that you had there.
This is concerning what you speak about Lucifer falling and all of that, right?
No, but before you go to that, hold on. We're going to go back to the Lucifer just now. Yeah, we just get the names. Go to Acts 26 and start at 13. That name.
The name is the key to this whole revelation here, right?
Well, it's the name.
Yeah.
Name is a very serious thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dynamite name? Yeah. Glad you bring that point. I'm glad you bring that point. Because I was now speaking about name is a very serious thing. All that we hear name deal. Somebody passing there and say deal, all that we go look. Because we want to know which one are we calling. So it's the same thing with God. When you say God, you have to call on a name to identify who you're referring to as your God. Because all religious people, they call on a name to identify who they're referring to as their God. And name is a very, 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 very serious thing. Because, alright, for instance,
It was always jealous of you. Your mom and dad.
Jesus Christ.
You just figure it out on your own.
In Hinduism, it's Arjuna, Krishna. It was 2 brothers, one was a warrior,
I was jealous of you.
one will say was good. Now,
Also.
in Hinduism, that is the same Jesus. Names are a very serious thing. A lot of people calling on names and they really don't know what they're really calling on. Because plenty of these names where people calling on, some of them is devils and plenty devils out there. But name is a very serious thing.
That's why we don't reach. We go, and the Most High says his name is one. His name is one. It's one power. Right? Now, here we break this name down a little bit for you.
Let me start with the scripture though.
Where at?
It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 36, verse 12. Oh Lord, have mercy upon thy people, upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel whom thou hast named thy firstborn. Right? So there's only a certain people have the name of the Most High. That is this people. He just said Israel. Go ahead.
Now, bring your scripture first. Proverbs 13:4.
This is Proverbs 30 and 4.
Go ahead,
Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist?
No, you read stuff right there. Who have ascended and who have descended, right? What Yahweh Shai, well, whoever they call so-called Jesus, his real name is Yahweh Shai, right?
Yahshua HaMashiach.
Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai.
In the Hebrew, it never had J, U, E, and V. The Hebrew had 22 letters. The English language have 24,
That
26.
Jesus is it come as my concept about Jesus and the man who I know about is a man that I don't call him Yasu or Yahshua or Yahshua HaMashiach. That is the man who they give this man here, trying to give the credit with Jesus. But look here across the Jesus with you, right? No.
Let me be dealing with everything systematically.
Yahshua HaMashiach, Yasu.
was like the Christ, the Messiah, right? Mashiach, yeah. In the Hebrew, Mashiach means Christ, the Messiah, right? Yahshua, we dealing with that. Yahshua have you in it. In the Hebrew, it never had you, right? So that name done X out, right? Continue with that scripture, right? Everything systematically. J, U, E, and V. Any name with those letters, also never had those letters, right? Because they had letters in the Hebrew or inscriptions or subscriptions that never had they never got the pronunciation or the sounding out of it, right? Go ahead.
Who had bound the waters in a garment? Who had established all the ends of the earth? What is his name?
What is his name is a question, right?
And what is his son's name?
What is his son's name?
If thou canst tell.
It's the name.
It was singular.
It's a name. And to back up, you could bring out
I get it for you.
Zechariah. We are.
Zechariah 14 and 9.
Go ahead, bring it
Say,
up.
and the Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord.
One Lord.
And his name one.
And his name one. Right? So you will check out this Jesus. Bring out the Acts 26 and 13.
Acts 26 verse 30.
Go ahead.
At midday, O king, I saw in the way a light from heaven, above the brightness of the sun,
Go ahead.
shining round about me, and them with journey with me. This is Paul going to prosecute the church of Israel, right? Say, and when we were all falling to the earth, I saw a voice speaking unto me.
What do you want?
Saw a voice speaking unto me.
I heard a voice.
Again, I heard a voice like speaking unto me, like shining speak unto me and say,
We back a little more for the top. We back the voice. We back the voice.
say,
I heard a voice.
verse 40. And when we were all falling to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me, saying in the Hebrew tongue,
Saying in the Hebrew tongue, tongue just mean language. Go ahead,
Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me?
Go ahead.
It is hard for thee to kick against the brick.
And then Paul say what?
And I said, who art thou, Lord?
Who art thou, Lord?
So he's speaking to him in Hebrew, right? He's asking, who am I speaking to?
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
Does Paul know Hebrew too?
Right? Go ahead.
And he said, I am Jesus whom thou persecutest.
Now that cut it right there. How could it be Jesus if it was Hebrew?
Exactly.
How could it be Jesus if it was Hebrew?
So this is
Look at this here now.
John chapter 19, verse 19.
Go ahead.
And Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross. And it was written, Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews.
King of that, which it would not be Jesus, huh?
Right?
But go ahead.
This title then read many of the Jews. For the place where it was written, for the place where Jesus was crucified was nigh to the city. And it was written in Hebrew, and in Greek, and in Latin. Right? So there's a deception right there. When they go into in the original Hebrew, when they go into the concordance and check it up, it wasn't Jesus. It was Yahweh Shai. It was Yahweh Shai.
So why you just look over that scripture? Bring the one in Exodus, huh?
Right, this is
just now.
That's how we deal with that.
Just now we deal with this.
Exodus chapter 23.
Exodus 23.
23 verse 20.
It says, listen to this.